What's going on, Jay?
All right, we are back. This is episode 2 of the Chaos Theory. Okay, we're back here, and today we will be talking holidays. Since Thanksgiving was 2 days ago, so we're going to be talking the ins and outs. We're going to be talking the happiness, the sadness. Everything that comes along with this, including going all the way from Black Friday to the commercialization of Christmas, and how you got your gets-alongs and your everything can blow up also. I mean, you got your good times, you got your bad times. So how did things, what did you do for Thanksgiving there, Ron?
Tell you what, I had a great Thanksgiving because the theme of my Thanksgiving was the Eagles-Cowboys game. It was at 4 o'clock Eastern Time.
Okay.
And the Eagles won, by the way, so
Yes, they did.
Thanksgiving was great for me. I mean, because the game went a lot better than what I expected.
33-10 shellacking. Okay.
Eagles,
now, football. Yeah, football is a big part of Thanksgiving, so, you know.
Especially mine, because I'm a huge Eagles fan.
Yeah. And it's the Philadelphia area. We live right across the bridge, so you got Philadelphia fans crawling all over the place. So, including myself, I'm a very big Eagles fan. So, but we ain't gonna really touch too much on that. We'll touch more on football eventually. But today, holidays. So, Thanksgiving, you watched football?
Yeah, pretty much.
That was about it, right?
That's pretty much it. Yeah,
and that's okay. And you want to know why? Because I know plenty of people that don't do anything for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I wanted to do, really.
I mean, not everybody's into it, you know.
Yeah.
I get more into these holidays because I have a daughter. So I am not Christian, so I don't really get into Christmas. I used to when I was younger, you know. But I think it's more for kids, you know. So at least for me, you know. I don't get into the religious part of it. So I'm more of an atheist. Not sure what to believe in. But anyhow, you know, I think the problem is lately is the commercialization of everything. I mean, all the way back to Halloween. Here, it's 2 weeks before Halloween, and I got, you know, my vampire stuff and my Frankenstein stuff sitting next to Frosty the Snowman and Santa Claus. So, I just...
match.
Yeah, it ain't right. I mean, when I was a kid, you didn't walk into a store and see that. So, it's become a big commercial mess. And Black Friday is the perfect example of the worst that can come out in people during these holidays. And...
yeah, I mean, people. I agree because you see Black Friday, you see people fighting, a lot of tempers flaring, fighting over parking spots, and especially in a time where we're supposed to be at our most joyful, peaceful.
Yes.
So it's really a double standard.
Yes, it is. It's a wreck, is what it is to me. I look at this and it's a disaster. You know, people trampling over people like as if it's some kind of riot going on. And I put on my page, my Facebook page yesterday. This is what it was. The 1978 version of Dawn of the Dead, where the zombies were trying to break in the mall through the front door of the glass windows, you know. Everybody knows that scene, you know, if you've seen the movie. And that's the top part of the caption. Now, the bottom part of the caption is yesterday, 2014, yesterday morning, with people trying to get into the doors of a mall, okay? And you looked at it, and oh my God, identical. Identical. It made me laugh, but in all reality, it's sick, too. Oh, it's crazy. I mean, if you look closely, you have to look closely, because you see the zombie faces, and you see the human faces, and they almost look the same, because people, when they're angry, almost look like the dead. You know? So there it is, you know? I mean, that just shows it plainly of what people at their worst.
That kind of says it all.
At their worst.
You know? Look like a mob of zombies trying to break in a building to eat some humans.
Yeah. And you want to talk chaos theory? That's chaotic right there.
That is
you know,
chaotic.
That's honest. All year, that's people at their worst.
Is that what you want to look like?
Yeah, that's what we look like at our worst, David. You know, and you know, when I was younger, it wasn't like that. You know, people were better, more togetherness, you know. And if you go back in time, you know, this happened in the last 100 years, you know, the commercialization like this. This is something fairly new to the human race, you know what I mean? So.
Oh, definitely it is. I mean,
yeah.
Especially, you know, especially like with places being open on Thanksgiving. That was probably unheard of back in like the 50s.
Even when I was a kid, it wasn't like that. Most places were closed.
Sure.
But now people are so crazy trying to sit there and get their hooks into a deal, you know, that they don't give a crap about spending time with their family.
Right.
They want to get their 50% off, you know, so they're going to storm into the store and they're going to trample everybody in front of them to get their TVs. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. Now, don't get me wrong, people. You know, I do respect the business aspect of it. I like the fact that people are going to make money off this. You know, good for the economy. Good for people's pockets. It creates jobs.
I guess the economy, I can sit there and say, yeah, it does create jobs.
I'll respect
it does help some people. There's more jobs going around this time of the year, even though some of them are just seasonal. So, okay, I can agree to that. But, like I said, it brings out the worst in people.
Yeah.
And I can't stand that. You know, I really can't. Because, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, I stay away from it.
I'm the kind of person that, you know, I hate watching people be like this, you know. I like togetherness. I like people to care, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And I can't stand watching people act like that. Now, you know, last year, Thanksgiving evening, you know, we were at my brother's. We did Thanksgiving at my brother's. And he had these deals that he had read about at Kmart. And he wanted to go out and get these flat screen TVs that he knew were there. And there's only a certain number of these things at most of these stores. They got them numbered. So we get there, and there's a huge line of people. Now look, we were number 20 in a line of 300 because we got there. He wanted to get there right after we eat. So we're all stuffed, all right? Stomachs full of stuff. Turkey, mashed potatoes. I mean, I'm so full. I don't want to go stand in this line. And it was only like 30 degrees out. So we're in the freezing cold. Out in this line, all right, and they started handing numbers to people. Like, okay, since you were here at this time, you'll get this, you might get this, what do you want, what do you want, what do they want? So, okay, that's what we're doing, okay? Standing there waiting for this junk, which that's exactly what I call it, junk. You know, because, hey, you'll get it, you know, you can go to a trading post and get this crap. But anyhow, so we're standing there, okay? And literally, it was like 2-3 hours after we ate. We had to stand in this damn line.
So you're lying for 2 or 3 hours?
Yeah.
Outside,
right? Yeah. So finally, okay, the doors open. They're ready to let everybody in. Okay? Yeah. And guess what?
What?
They knew what they had left. And by the time the doors opened, they knew who was getting what. So everybody started to come up to give their numbers up. And guess what?
What?
There was nothing left, and we were number 20 in that line. All right, no TVs. We sat there all that time for absolutely zip.
Shit.
Okay, zip, nada, nothing. Okay, it was a waste of time.
Yeah, just hearing that story like stresses me out.
Yeah, I won't do it. I won't do it. I will not do Black Friday.
I could never do something.
No
like that.
Black Friday for Jason Strom. No, no, no. What about you? Did you Black Friday?
No, I've never been interested in just dealing with those crowds and the traffic and standing out in the cold.
I hate it.
Oh, God, no. I don't care what I'm saving.
As I said, all right, I might not believe in certain things like religion and all this stuff. I might not be into all that part of it when it comes to these holidays. But I do believe in togetherness, you know, the people you care about, you know. Mostly with me, it's friends. All right, now I got family. I do have some family, but you know, friends and family, togetherness. It's like this for me. And if I can get this, I can be happy. If I can get that, I'm a happy person. As I said, things on Thanksgiving went okay for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I went there. Thanksgiving for me, all right, was just the six people. You know,
nice.
It was me, my daughter, my daughter's mother. My brother, you know, my aunt, and I don't know. But anyhow, it was small. And I think that's why it worked so well. It was small.
Sure.
You know? And it seems the bigger it gets, the worse it gets.
I agree. I think, you know, dealing with like a big family dinner, because you're going to be around people that probably don't know very well, you don't see that often.
Sometimes, And other than that,
Come on,
there's
think about
always
this.
going to be a family dilemma
Yeah.
stuck in there somewhere. The more people you got, somebody's going to be at that table that does not get along with somebody at the other side of that table.
Oh, yeah.
And, if you can't read it on everybody's faces, you can see it. You know, and it just causes friction. I even had a Thanksgiving dinner a couple years ago where I had friction with my brother. He comes in, sits down at the table, I don't even want to look at him. You know what I mean? So it was just a mess. You know, so this time it worked out for me. And
you had like I said, brothers, by the way. So this is the oldest brother.
I actually have more than 2 brothers, but it's okay.
Gotcha.
I have a large family, but we'll get into that another time.
Okay,
because
no
it's
problem.
very complicated.
No problem.
My family, if I was to get into a family story, you know, because for one, I'm adopted. And see, this is one of the reasons I'm not very big on these holidays. Is that my mother, adopted mother, passed away when I was 12. And my father, you know, I took care of him for 5 years. He passed away 6 or 7 years ago.
Sure.
Matter of fact, today we're taping. Literally 5 days from today would be his birthday, and he would be 89. So it's this time of year. It kind of eats at me. And
of course.
It's kind of depressing, and I'm not very big.
That's tough.
Okay,
That's
so
tough
a lot of people might call me a Scrooge. A lot of people might call me very depressing to be around.
Well, I got other names I'd call you. It's not Scrooge.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
So that's what I can say to you. But anyhow, you know, these holidays, you know, they're just not the same for me anymore, and it's because two of the people that I love the most aren't here
of
with
course,
me
of
anymore,
course.
You know, love your mom, love your dad.
Certainly,
Miss you very
much.
much.
Things.
Rest in peace.
Sure.
You know. But anyhow, you know, so that's one of the reasons that I don't love it that much. I mean, I got my daughter. I have my daughter. Okay, and that is one shining light to all of it. You know, is that I do this for her. So, you know.
Okay.
But I mean, like I said, the commercialization of everything.
Well, I'll tell you,
and nobody even knows the true history of it. It's not, you know. So